This is the Red Sox Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, sometimes I come on here and I have to ad-lib with the open. And right up to coming on camera, I really didn't have an idea as to what I was going to say, except that the Red Sox still have not won 3 in a row since late April. I'll also say this about the 11-inning loss Monday night against the Tampa Bay Rays. This just came to me. The Rays got the job done, but they really, on several occasions, tried to hand this one, the series opener, to the Boston Red Sox. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and show host, was once part of a 3-person front office in Batavia, New York, and we helped change the minor league baseball team name from the Clippers to the Muck Dogs. Go Muck Dogs. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel and the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. With our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to discuss, he's here. Roman Anthony is in the big leagues, hit the ball hard a couple of times, picked up an RBI with a ground out late in the game, also was lifted for a pinch hitter just like Marcelo Mayer. Romy Gonzalez came to the plate for Mayer. People thinking Alex Cora is crazy. Mayer delivered. But again, the Rays get that one extra base hit. Get that extra base hit. Get that hit where they need it. Get that leadoff man on. Move runners around. Steal bases. The Red Sox almost seem like they're station to station on occasion. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot in the bottom of the 10th. Did nothing in the bottom of the 11th inning. They had the chance. They had their chances, but they do not come through. That bottom of the 10th inning, that bottom of the 10th inning for the Red Sox. Ian Seymour, born in Madison, Connecticut, not that far from where I live. Went to school in the greater Boston area, all of that. The Red Sox were right there. They were right there, down to their final strike, and they just could not get it done and get that go-ahead run on in the 10th inning. They couldn't move the runners really in the 11th inning as well. So, glad to have you on board with us. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast is presented by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create your account, use code Locked On MLB for $20 off on your first purchase. So, lots of moves. Wilyer Abreu goes to the IL, strained oblique. Who knows what the timetable is going to be there. But with that, Roman Anthony comes to the big leagues. Find out late in the afternoon. In the lineup, batting fifth, playing right field. And there were just things, including what Roman Anthony did, the 21-year-old outfielder playing right field. And this wasn't about right field and how big it plays at Fenway Park. This was a hot shot into right field. He allows the ball to go under his glove, and the Rays take advantage. And that wasn't the only one. Duran earlier in that inning with a bobble in the outfield. Now, were they going to cut down that runner at the plate? I don't know. But Walls a leadoff walk. After the Red Sox got runs in the 6th inning, Brayan Bello takes the mound for the top of the 7th, gives up a leadoff walk to Walls, Taylor Walls, who, hits just over 200 on the season. Then Bernardino out of the bullpen, E1 on a pickoff attempt at second. Bernardino, a wild pitch. We saw him. If you watched on Nesson, that's not a reference, but if you just watched on Nesson or even listened to WEI, I'm sure Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks mentioned that Bernardino fired his glove into the dugout. Too many walks. Rays 3 more stolen bases. I got to thinking about this as I think in the 9th inning, there were a couple of stolen bases for the Tampa Bay Rays. Caballero, walked, stole second, stole third. Then Yandy Diaz walked. Then Aranda, sacrifice fly. And when they needed to get a runner in from third base, they did it. The Red Sox don't do that very well, or not consistently this season. But I thought to myself, you go down and you go Duran, you go Story, you go Romy Gonzalez, you go Bregman even. You certainly go David Hamilton, Rafaela. The Red Sox probably have better above average speed and exceptional speed than the Rays. But the Rays, it's one thing to have speed. You can't steal first base, and you have to be good base runners. The Rays are more of a team that we know how to run the bases. Again, they lead the majors with 93 stolen bases. They pick their spots, and when they pick their spots, usually positive result. And here is our first Nesson reference. Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni talked about it. A couple of weeks ago, Alex Cora said, hey, especially down at the bottom of the lineup, we're going to do things a little bit differently. Push the envelope a little bit. But when you're playing from behind, that makes it awfully difficult. Roman Anthony, first game, and he had to be there sitting in the dugout after he was pulled for a pinch hitter saying, is it like this every night? I mean, Marcelo Mayer sort of said that Friday after he made his big league debut, or made his first ever appearance at Yankee Stadium. Is it like this for every Red Sox-Yankees game? Yeah, it is. Is it like this for every Red Sox game? Yeah, so far through 67 games now, it's a little infuriating on a nightly basis. And again, as I opened with, and it just came to me, the Rays basically handed you this game multiple times. Fairbanks did not get the job done. I mentioned Seymour, major league debut, went 2 innings. And what does he do? You know what? I gave up a run in the 10th inning, but my name is there, and I pick up the victory. And he showed maturity. He showed some composure out there. But he picks up the win, goes 2 innings, doesn't give up a hit, doesn't give it up an earned run, strikes out 2, walks 2. And when they threw the ball away, allowing the tying run to score, you've got to win it right there. I have a hard time picking an at-bat of the game for this one. Chapman gave up a run in the 10th. Kelly gives up 2 in the top of the 11th inning. And really, Alex Cora gets tossed from the game after a called strike 3 and a brutal strike 3 call in the bottom half of the 11th inning. I mean, just brutal. And then Cora gets tossed. Gonzalez took a pitch down in the zone, fully, completely out of the box, down in the zone. Called strike 3 by Junior Valentine, and finally Alex Cora had to go in. Lou Merloni mentioned it. You got to go there. I thought he should have gone in the top of the inning when Kelly was on the mound because Kelly had strike 3. And you go back to when, over the weekend, I think it was Grisham for the Yankees on what should have been a check swing and a strike 3 from the third base umpire, didn't get it. It's a little bit frustrating right now. Egg on the face of Major League Baseball umpires almost on a daily basis, night in, night out. Doesn't matter which game it is. There's usually egg on the face of an umpire. The audits, all the different things that they go through, the strike percentages, the misses of pitches, that's as far as I'm going on that because it's gotten really bad. It really has. But the Red Sox lose. Hey, Red Sox lose this one. And again, they lose a series opener. 10-8 the final. And Lou Merloni mentioned it a handful of times. You cannot continuously, and they've scored runs here recently. They showed the ability to come back in this game. 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning, run in the 10th inning, and in the 6th inning, got 2 runs to tie it up. But then in the top of that inning, Rays come back and score 3 runs against Bello and Bernardino. They almost handed you this game. 2 errors on both sides. This wasn't a pretty night weather-wise. This just wasn't a pretty night overall. But again, you are just wearing this bullpen out. Aroldis Chapman pitching again. And recently I've said, how come he can't get, 4 outs, get the out in the 8th inning, get the 3 outs in the 9th inning, or go 2 full innings when he throws less than 12 pitches? You got to sit him for a little while here. I mean, you've got an off day on Thursday, but I don't. How do you get through Tuesday? Lucas Giolito, it's on you. You're leaving the ballpark tonight. Go home and understand you've got to be better. You just absolutely have to be better. And then Walker Buehler, you've got 48 hours to come to grips with. You've got to be better. Your team is relying on you. And you can't even talk about, well, we need to see him go deep and go 7. No. You're begging right now for 6 innings. You are begging for the next 2 nights for 6 innings from your 2 starters. Then you've got an off day. But, Roman Anthony, a lot to like. He's in the big leagues. And I think we mentioned it on Sunday. Bregman comes back. What happens? Things have a way of working themselves out. Everyone has wanted Roman Anthony. Well, he's in the big leagues because of an injury. And Wilyer Abreu is going to be out. And Wilyer Abreu, it's an oblique, so you're expecting multiple weeks. It wasn't about Wilyer Abreu's injury. It was about Roman Anthony. Media found out that he was leaving Worcester. Worcester with a scheduled off day on Monday. I believe they were getting ready to travel. He was already at the ballpark. And all of a sudden he's in his car, and it was a media person asking him, hey, are you on your way to Boston? Yeah, I'm on my way. And it sort of just took a life from there. And then all of a sudden, hey, Willie Abreu was not going to be in the starting lineup. Initially, the starting lineup had Campbell in center and Cedar Rafaela in right field and Hamilton at second base. Then all of a sudden, lineup change. Roman Anthony in right field. And that error can't happen in the big leagues. It can't happen, period. But right now, it looks like he's on the corner in right field. And I've said it before. Duran, I want to see stay in left field because he plays the Green Monster better than anybody. He really does. He holds a lot of hitters out of the box to long singles, Green Monster singles. He knows how to play that wall very well. That's a bigger learning curve for me because you've got that, down the line, you've got almost no foul territory. You've got the 308, the pesky pole in right field. We saw Willie Abreu last year go back on a ball with a short wall in fair territory. And he went over, I believe it was against the Yankees, and lost the ball as he crashed into the stands back first. I mean, that could have been a serious injury. Roman Anthony, you're going to have to learn right field. I don't know where the bigger learning curve is, but I would have to imagine it's the Green Monster. And yes, on social media today, I said, well, why doesn't Worcester, why doesn't Worcester have a Green Monster? Come on. One of the best Triple-A ballparks in America. And that Berman left field and everything they have set up in left field, Portland, Greenville. Come on. We're nitpicking. Another tough one. You still haven't won 3 in a row. You have not put together 3 straight victories since late April. That's brutal. You had a couple of 2-game win streaks in the month of May. Feeling good coming home. Errors, misplays, ground balls on the infield where you have to get an out and you don't. And it just all adds up yet again for the Red Sox. 10-8 loss in 11 innings. Eighth extra inning loss on the season for the Red Sox. That's not good. Less of me, more of you. Your comments next, plus numbers of the night. Locked On Red Sox Postcast. And we are presented by Wonderful Pistachios. Yes, indeed. Wonderful Pistachios. Hey, I found it. Maybe you're looking for it. Maybe you're looking for a snack that is both delicious and nutritious. Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios, one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1-ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better-for-you unsaturated fats. Never even knew they existed, but they do. They include the better-for-you unsaturated fats, worth saying a second time. What do? Well, they help you keep you feeling fuller longer. New to Wonderful Pistachios, you may fall in love with the no-shell variety. Perfect grab-and-go snack for busy days, whether you're snacking at your desk, on a road trip, or you just need a quick protein boost. They are going to become your go-to. You may find you like the shell variety. Cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch. The in-shell option, certainly a classic favorite. Wonderful Pistachios, complete protein, providing all 9 essential amino acids. This little green wonder does pack the protein punch. The satisfying crack of opening each shell, like snack meditation. No shell Wonderful Pistachios for the grab-and-go ease. Whether you are running between meetings, dropping off the kids, Wonderful Pistachios, the snack that works as hard as you do. Get snacking, get cracking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Again, that is wonderfulpistachios.com. Right now, the Red Sox into another homestand. They've got 5 more, 2 more against the Rays, 3 against the Yankees this weekend. Maybe you are making that decision, and maybe it's going to be a last-minute decision, but maybe you're hitting Fenway and a ball game at Fenway this week with friends or family. Maybe it's game day, and you suddenly realize, hey, I want to be in the stands. That's exactly where Game Time comes in. The easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, hey, I think you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Game Time makes that possible. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to the first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and the lowest price guarantee that takes the worrying out of purchasing. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app and look for tickets for this Red Sox homestand at Fenway Park against the Rays and the Yankees. Game Time has last-minute tickets, zone deals for big savings, seat views right in the app before you buy, so you know exactly where you're going to be sitting at the ballpark. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create the account, use code LOCKEDONMLB, $20 off on your first purchase. Yes, terms do apply. Again, create your account, redeem code LOCKEDONMLB, $20 off on your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets and the lowest price guaranteed. So I don't think I'm going out on a limb here. Who's our leadoff hitter? Decided on Sunday, you know what? We're going to start doing this a little bit differently. I've known I've had access to it, but on some of these, this is what we're going to do. And we're going to start off with our leadoff hitter, the Baconator. Baconator Sr., actually. Look at that. The customary Game 1 loss, but happy Roman Day. Yes, indeed. Look, the comments are right there. You can read along. Andrew the Goat, talk about a very lucky win for Tampa Bay tonight against the Red Sox. That was lucky. The Rays basically came in and said, you know what, it's an ugly night and we're going to play 11 innings and, you know, we're going to let you come back a couple of times. But eventually we're going to pull out this victory. We tried to hand it to you, but you just kept giving us opportunities. Andrew the Goat, the follow-up. That was a lucky win for the Tampa Bay Rays, just luck. Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? Ali Bats, I believe a first-timer. If so, welcome aboard. I hope they do better when I'm there on Wednesday. There you go. Hoping to convert my best friend into a Red Sox fan so I don't suffer alone. Love it. Ali Bats, have a great time. I hope I got that right. If you can give us a thumbs up, Ali Bats, I hope I got that right. And I believe you're a first-timer as well. So welcome aboard. Austin D, man, I love Toro, but heck, I can't wait for either the challenge system or just pure technology calling balls and strikes. Major League Baseball umpires, we're going in that direction, and we might be there in 2026. They've got it in the minor leagues, and it's coming. Big part of that, by the way, is for betting. It really is. You're taking that human element out of it for betting in the future. Austin D, have a good day there Wednesday. See, Austin D letting Ali Bats know. Have a good time. Kristian checking in. Kristian, I also believe, being a first-timer with us. Cora, terrible job again. Where? Not challenging you, but I'm asking where. He's using arms out of the bullpen that he's using 3-4 times. You have to pinch hit for the two lefty and the two rookies in those situations. And Romy Gonzalez did come through. Beautiful swing, beautiful approach going down the right field line and knocking in a pair as well. Back to Allie. Anyone else, I roll their eyes when they hear Valentine's behind home plate. He in extra innings, he had a bad night, a real bad night. Again, Kristian. Who pinch hits Ref Snyder for Anthony with a runner on second? I believe it was left on left, right? I think I have that. For Anthony with a runner at second. That is the move you have. I mean, that's playing by the book. And again, these lefties, Mayer, this is a series where you face 3 straight right-handers. You may face Yarbrough, and you may face Rodon again this weekend for the Yankees, 2 left-handers. And with that, you may not – I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays. But you may very well see Mayer and Anthony sit against the 2 Yankee left-handers the first 2 games of the series. Trying to see, where did they hit? Ref Snyder hit for Anthony. Sorry, it was in the 11th inning and walked. He walked. He got on base. He did his job. And it was against the rookie from Madison, Connecticut in Seymour. So, again, yeah, left on left. I don't have a problem with that there. I don't. And that's been consistent. It's been consistent so far. So, Kristian, that's where it comes in. It's playing the percentages. Putting a righty up there against a lefty and a veteran hitter against a guy who making his major league debut just like Roman Anthony. Now, there's got to be times where you've got to let these guys face lefties. They just have to. And it's going to be a part of a learning curve at the big league level as well. There you go. Allie's responding saying, we do. That's us. Andrew the Goat, no credit to Tampa Bay. That was lucky win for them tonight. You are on that fence right now. That's okay. Connor Wong is allergic to RBIs. That's from Adam. Come on. when you saw that Connor Wong was in the lineup, and I don't want to kick dirt in his face right now, but you just knew Connor Wong in his first at bat was coming to the plate with with runners on base and at least one in scoring position. Well, in that first inning, he came up with the bases full, grounded out, inning over. And then Wong, later in the game, Connor Wong, fifth inning, Mayer a double down the left field side, Raphael a single, first and third, Wong at the plate, corner situation, nobody out. 6-4-3 double play. When you hit into a double play like that, you do not get credit for an RBI. So 25 games now, 0 for 22 with runners in scoring position. That hurts. That hurts a lot. There was one, Devers, Duran grounded out in that fifth inning, and I wanted Duran to come through because I love Jarren Duran, and that would have been a big spot in the game to keep that inning alive. But Devers leads off in the sixth inning, walks. Then Toro hit by a pitch on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Then Story struck out. Did not move the runners. Clevenger in, lefty, kept him in there. Roman Anthony struck out on a sweeper. Campbell hit by a pitch. Then Romy Gonzalez came up for Mayer, and that's when he came through with a 2-out, 2-run double to tie the game up at 3-3. So, again, you're going to have to live with this because that's not just the analytics. That's a rookie, Clevenger, veteran, and you've got to pick your spots. And, again, I'm confusing myself a little bit, but Mayer was pinch hit for by Gonzalez. Gonzalez came through. Gonzalez has done a nice job year plus now in pinch hit situations. He was terrific last year as a pinch hitter. Now, again, this year, you got them both up. You've got what you wanted, but you're going to have to understand that's not just the analytics. A lot of left-handed batters have been hit for in situations just like that for Mayer first and then Roman Anthony. And I will go back to Casey Stengel because, again, I pride myself on being a guy with a useless amount of baseball information. Casey Stengel would have pinch hit for Connor Wong in his first at bat in the second inning with the bases loaded. He would have done that. And he didn't do it just for the 8-9 hitters in the lineup. If he felt the matchup suited him, he'd pinch hit early on the game and waste a pinch hitter and get a guy out of the lineup who would never have an at bat. Adam, Raffy has to put the ball in play. Yeah, he does. I mean, you got these young guys up there right now. Raphael Devers absolutely has to do it. Adam, let's put this one up there. Adam, you don't have to apologize. Cora pinch hit, Hamilton, not Narvaez for Wong. Do I have that wrong? Yeah, that was earlier. That was earlier. So when was that? Do I have that wrong? No, Ref Snyder hit for Anthony. And yes, that was earlier. Yeah, and Hamilton, Narvaez comes into the game eventually anyway. But yeah, Hamilton pinch hit for Wong. That was in the eighth inning. I will say there, yes, I think Lou Merloni was sort of questioning that too. But he saved Narvaez a little bit. And Narvaez actually came into the game after Wong was pinch hit for and then got one at bat as well. Trying to go through I know we're doing a lot of second guessing here. We're doing a lot of managerial stuff. Narvaez came into the game, got an at bat, struck out. So yeah, it was Hamilton for Wong. I mean, they had multiple pinch hit situations in the game. But Hamilton did not come through. I would have put Narvaez up there instead. You're bringing him into the game anyway. Why not put his bat in there? That one, I think we can agree on. But for Mayer and Anthony, situations dictated it. Who had the errors tonight? That from Jan. The error, one from Roman Anthony in right field on a ball that he misplayed. That was hit right to him. Played the ball off to the side. And the other error was Bernardino on an errant pickoff attempt at second base. So 2 more errors. Hey, you continue to lead the league in a category. Hank. Is this Hank? Call made a huge mistake by walking for Miranda, loading the bases with Kelly on the mound with no control. Yeah, that one Lou Merloni brought up as well. No reason to pitch to, in that situation. I think that was huge. Yeah, but again, you're playing percentages in those situations. So Do you want a guy like Kelly to load him up in that situation? You set up force out at any base. Aranda is the hitter there. There's a couple I can agree with. We're not always going to agree on every one of them. But the Mayer and Roman Anthony, those are going to happen. And again, they're going to sit against certain lefties. Are they both going to sit in the same games? I don't know. Brayan Bello was better, but he walked the leadoff hitter in the 7th inning, and that was not good. That was not good. Your bullpen is worn out. Absolutely just worn out at this point in time. I don't know if they're going to get a rain out. There's rain in New England for Tuesday, but they certainly could use it. Couldn't they? They could certainly use it right now the way things are going. So in that bottom of the 11th inning, we usually give an at-bat of the night. But the at-bat of the night is Gonzalez striking out looking, which prompted Junior Valentine to toss Alex Cora. That was out number 2. Campbell lined out for the first out. You got 2 on with nobody out, and you can't move anybody. 4 for 23 with runners in scoring position. I'm going to end it right there because that is one of the numbers of the night. That is not taking advantage of all of those opportunities against Boz, Clevenger, and how many more? 5 relievers total for the Tampa Bay Rays. You really didn't want to go this deep. Guerrero gave up a run over 2 1/3. He gave you length out of the bullpen. But 7 walks total, 15 walks for the game between the two teams. That is ugly. So what are we doing next? Giolito, Pepio, that's the matchup. Red Sox are trying to even up the series at a game apiece and avoid a second straight loss in the series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Remember, they lost and got beaten up on in game 1 of the 3-game series at Steinbrenner Field against the Rays earlier this season in Tampa, Florida. Came back, won the next 2, including a 1-0 game. You've got to win this series. So that means after losing the opener, simple. You've got to win the next 2 with Giolito and Buehler and an absolutely worn-out bullpen. So we'll be on with you within minutes of the final out, Tuesday night, game 2 of the 3-game series, hopefully talking about the Red Sox being able to even up the series at a game apiece. Tip of the cap to Game Time and Wonderful Pistachios, and a tip of the cap and recognize you as well for being on board with us. We had a handful of first-timers in the comments section. Love it. Love it. Love it. Keep coming back. Stay with us. And let me just scroll up here real quick. Got a challenge. Allie. Allie's going to the game, right? Allie, hope they play better when I'm there because she's trying to make a friend into a Red Sox fan. Hey, Allie, walking out of Fenway Park, hopefully after a series victory on Wednesday, hit us up walking out of the ballpark in the comments section. We love that. We've had a handful of people do it recently. We love it. We encourage it. So stick around with us, and don't forget to tell your friends about us as well. Word of mouth advertising is appreciated, and it's the best form of advertising. Locked On Red Sox, number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, win or lose, every day.